What's going on, YouTube? Nazim here with Zilladelphia, and we're back today with another Google Slides video tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be wrapping up this section of the series by going over the transition section of the Google Slides. So basically, what this transition button lets you do is it lets you edit the transitions either in between slides or the individual text boxes, basically any element. So by element, I mean anything that's able to be manipulated or dragged. So on this slide right here, there are currently 3 elements. There's the image, I can move it around, that's 1. There's this text box, that's 2. And then there's this header box, that's 3. So for now, let's just focus on slide transition, and then we'll get into element transition. So for here, just to show you again, in order to get to the transition section, click on whatever slide you want to mess with and then hit transition. So once you hit it, right here, it says slide transition, lets you know that you're dealing with slide transition. So as of now, there are no slide transitions on this slide, but right here we have our options, and as you can see, there aren't that many. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 7, so not a lot. So this button right here allows you to apply it to all the slides. So you click this button and you'll know that it's selected because it'll be yellow. And if you notice as well, all these slides have these little circles next to it, so that represents slide transition. So if we enter a slideshow, you'll notice, so you can either click your mouse button or hit the down arrow key to transition to the next slide. So let's see what that looks like. So this is what it looks like. Okay, that was cute. Let's try a different transition. So instead of dissolve, let's try fade. And instead of, okay, so right here, we can choose our transition. Then we can choose to apply it to all slides or not. And we can also edit the speed at which we transition. So we can do a slow fade. So right here, it tells you how long. So each transition will take 4.5 seconds. Me personally, I feel like that's way too long. Transitions shouldn't be more than 2 seconds, and that's still stretching it. I like 1.5 to 1 second transitions, but for educational purposes, we can do 2.5 second transitions, and let's do cube just because I feel like that's fun than these other ones. If you're curious to see what these other transitions look like, I encourage you to test them out on your own. That's the whole point of this series, is to get you kind of interested in learning, getting hands-on experience with Google Slides. But let's look at the cube transition. It's not that special. Okay, let's try one more, and then we can get into the element animations. Let's try flip, and let's apply that to all slides. Okay, that one looks like a little cooler, a little more cool. But yeah, so that's how you do slide transition. Now, if we want to do element transition or object animations right here, the first thing we have to do is select the element. You'll hear me say element, but they call it an object. Either or is fine, one isn't wrong. But so let's select this text box as our testing tool. So we're going to focus only on this one and just try to apply this to the other slides. And okay, so let's say friends, let's say upload Okay, so these are 5 things that you can do on social media platforms. So let's edit this object. So right here, once you have the object selected, you'll notice the object animations. This button becomes grayed out. Notice if you click away, it's telling you to select an object. So again, in case you're lost, like where I am, in order to get to the object transitions, you have to click transition. From there, I want to add an animation to this object. So let's take a look at some of our animations. So right here, the top, drop down, this gives you all the available animations. And right here, this is the trigger. So this is how, what activates the animation. So let's try. I typically use like fly in from left. I feel like it's more aesthetic on like PowerPoint presentations, and I like to do on click because like you're in control. So if like I were to present and I was like presenting to like a crowd of people, wait, okay, let me back up for a second. Just let me highlight again. So this one right here, the top bar, this gives you all the options for the different amount of transitions. Right here, this is how you activate it. So on click gives you all the control. These other ones, like pretty much like automatic. It'll come right after the previous one or, along with it. I like on click because you can control exactly when it happens. Now, right here, this controls the duration of the transition. 1 second is good. So let's just try this before we get into this by paragraph. So again, we're talking about this one little text box. If we hit play, we'll see this text box fly in from the left. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so notice, our slide transition is activated. It just did a flip. Now it will fly in from the left upon a click. So if I click, boom, there it is. Now, if you're wondering what this by paragraph option does, let's find out. So if you click by paragraph and play it again, it's waiting for me to click. Now, if you click by paragraph, each individual line will fly in. So social media platforms, you can connect with friends, upload vacation pics, share what you're eating, share accomplishments, or, stay up to date with your favorite celebrity, and stop. So yeah, that's pretty much how the transitions work. So for here, for example, you can add like an animation. Let's say fly in from the left. Let's make it fly in really fast. Let's do it on click by paragraph. And then for this one, since it's like positioned on the right side of the screen, let's add an animation where it flies in from the right. And same, actually, let's be different. Let's do it. Actually, no, I'll stick with it. Okay, so let's just play a slideshow and see what we have up until our Reddit slide. Title, social media platforms, connect with friends, upload, share. So yeah, that's how slide transitions work. This video is running a little long, so I'll wrap it up here. In the next video, I'll be sure to give an overview of everything that we've learned so far in Google Slides. So be sure to stay tuned. Nazim with Zilladelphia, and I'm out. Peace.